Voice is clear.
Yes, your voice is clear. What about mine?
Yeah, your voice is also all right.
Okay.
So I just started today my life to discuss about that why English speaking is important.
Hmm.
So
Well, if I talk about myself, in my
okay.
situation, English speaking can be important for many reasons because nowadays we have to globalize for any work. And for globalizing, I think English is the best language you can find because it is spread throughout the world. If you want to visit any country, work in any country, or work in your country, it is easier to work in English rather than working in particular regional language.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I totally agree.
yeah, it actually makes your life easier rather than being difficult because regional languages are much more difficult to learn than English. English is a very easy way of communication.
But what do you think that most of the time why we ignore it? Sometimes because in my experience, I also personally I had that experience about English speaking. Like it's not so important, and why should I give a try to this? And like it's English language is like Britishers language, so why should I give any importance to this?
Because one point can be that because now the world is giving importance to English language. If you want to work somewhere, in especially in India, most of the companies prefer that you know English.
Yes.
So for that, and also ignorance can be because of maybe some people think that Britishers came to us and colonized us, so it is a forced language. And some
Yeah.
people think, why should we learn English? Because we should respect our language. But that is not the point. You are not actually disrespecting your language, but you are just learning an easier way to communicate throughout the world. That is the
Yeah.
point of it.
Yeah, definitely. And in my point of view, I just want to say that, like, for a long time, I thought that only grammar rules are important for English speaking. But now, because we are discussing about why English speaking is important, so now when I learned it, so I am getting a lot of researches about this.
Hmm.
Like in your delay days, especially, I emphasize on this mostly. Like in your delay days, you are losing your control on your mind.
Hmm.
But when you are learning a new language, so it will provide your brain a kind of challenge,
Yeah.
and because of that, new neurons uh, come with together, and they create a new connection, a new pathway in your brain. And because of that, there is a very well known disease called Alzheimer. In
Yeah.
that, disease, people just lost their memory, and they can't, remember their day to day life also. In that
Hmm.
situation, learning any new skill or especially learning any language is a very important part. It create a new neurons in your brain, and because of that you feel young for a long time. Yeah. And one more thing, I believe, as you said, that with changing time, like I said, that I never thought that English speaking is for me, especially because I am a Hindi native speaker, as a
Yeah.
Hindi native Hindi language, Hindi medium student also. So
Hmm.
I thought only English medium students or English medium people can speak English. English
Hmm.
speaking is not for me, or not people who are like me, they can't speak. But that was totally my myth. And what was the reason? I also can tell you that because in our country, all the time you will listen only about translation things and grammar things. But when it come to speak, any language, so you can't speak in parts. You can't speak like now you are speaking in present tense, then you are speaking in just past perfect, yeah, present perfect. It's not like that. In one single time, you have to speak simple past, simple present, and simple past perfect. These kind of things. So for that, we have to open our mind. We have to learn it like a skill. This is very important. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with you because it is a very important skill in today's world, especially.
We are doing collaboration. Don't do anything. We have to come this side. Okay,
Yeah.
one more thing I want to add in this. Like, this is also one important thing. Like, if someone don't want to learn, so you can't convince them.
Yes.
As Yeah, as long as they understand that why this is important. Like nowadays, change time is changing very drastically, and you have, for children
Hmm.
like you, they don't have any hesitation, and they don't have any kind of restriction in their mind to speak in English.
Yes.
But parents like us, people like us, they have some limitations. So as time is changing, so we have to change. People like me, we have to change to survive. Even I can say to survive with that environment, because as you said that we are going globally, we are
Yes.
connecting with global people, so we have to go with that mindset. And language learning is not a bad thing. If you are learning without any purpose, suppose you have purpose, you want to get any better job, that is a different thing, that is well and good. But if you don't have any no very big purpose, despite of that you can learn. There is not any wrong thing in this.
Yes, obviously. Language learning, some people learn it for fun also.
Hmm. Yes.
Like, yeah, like for if I take my example, I want to learn some languages which are in my mind, and I want to learn it for the fun of it, not just because it is a pressure on me. English is also just like that. I want to be more and more and more fluent every day in English, like a native speaker. Though I know that much of English which I can use for like professional use or for any job or for any global purpose also. If I want to speak to a person who doesn't live in my country, who is like an English person, I can talk to him. But still, just for my satisfaction, just for my fun, I want to, grow in that language. It's not necessary that I need to grow, but I want to grow. That is important.
Okay,
And
one more yeah.
uh, like you said that we cannot convince a person to learn English, and I agree with it. Only a person will want to learn the language when they'll realize they'll realize themselves that they have to or they want to. Otherwise, if you go convince people that you can learn this language, and if they don't want, and if they don't get the realization, they will never learn that language, no matter
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
Yeah, true. One more question I just want to ask to you. Like, in your generation, people are very obsessed. A young generation is very obsessed with accent. You know,
Yeah.
different kind of accent they want to speak. So,
Mhm.
what do you think? How much this is important to speak in any different accent? And one more thing, how did you learn? Like
Hmm.
your accent is quite good, and if somebody wants to learn, so how can they learn? So first you tell that how much is important to speak any other accent? And second, you tell me that how did you learn? Okay,
Importance of accent is not so much. Only if you go in acting fields, theatrical fields, there it is important to learn different accents because you have to act for a different, let's say you are working in a biography of someone and
right.
they spoke like let's say Polish accent, Irish accent, and you are speaking in American or Indian accent. Now you want to act, so you have to learn that accent. It's your job. But mostly, majorly, it is not really important to learn any accent. You can just speak in your Indian accent or any accent like English accent, whichever you are speaking in. It's a matter of interest. Like many people living in India want to learn English British accent. Many people
Yes.
want to learn the American accent, the Australian accent, but it is not necessary. If you speak in Indian accent in America also, it will work. In British also, it will work. It is not necessary. But the second question was,
So if somebody wants to learn this, how can they learn? And
okay,
how did
so
you?
okay, yeah. So that is quite not very simple, but it is quite simple because to learn accent, you may have to visit that place. If you start listening to those people who are speaking in that accent and you start living with them, that is much more easier to grab an accent. But let's say you are in India, you don't want to go to Britain to learn British accent, okay? You are in India
Mhm.
sitting at home, you can just watch British series and movies. That's how I learned it. All the accents I have learned through movies and series. My English has been better through watching series and movies and all the stuff in English. I started watching foreign YouTubers on like YouTube videos. They were in English. I started listening to English songs, not forcefully, I actually liked them. And then I started to watch English series, not waiting for Hindi dubbing. Because many people who don't know English wait for the Hindi dubbing to come and then they start watching the Hindi dub of that series. But there was quite a lot of searching going on for me to find the Hindi dub for many series and movies. So I thought that why not just watch it in English? It will only help me learning English, and it actually helped me a lot. Now I've grown to speak so fluent English, I can speak nonstop on any topic. It's like a regular talking language for me. It's through movies and series. So if you want to learn an accent or English, not everybody aligns with this, not everybody really uh, has that they can learn from series and movies, but accent you surely can learn from series and movies. If you cannot learn English language from series and movies, you surely can learn accents from series and movies. That's how I learned it. So it's that easy to learn accents, but you have to practice it many
Yeah.
time. Yeah, there is a challenge many of the
Mm.
times when you are trying to speak an accent, when you are trying to practice and speak an accent, when many people, either you are perfect or non-perfect. So till you are perfect, you are not perfect, but you are still trying to speak that accent, and most of the people make fun of you for that. That who like he's trying to be foreigner, he's trying to be British. That Hindi phrase कि अंग्रेज चले गए इसे छोड़ के
I know.
चले गए.
Yes,
Yeah, so
true.
that happens a lot.
You just want to say that it will, no, it will take a little bit longer time,
Yes.
and of course your own interest,
Yeah.
your own interest to learn that accent, so you
Yes, because
can live.
that's not at all necessary unless you are in acting field.
Yes, yeah, that is also a thing. And as you said, I also a believer of that if you can, language, we need language for express ourselves,
Yeah.
you know. But if you are trying to copy someone, what is the point in that? like if we are discussing. So if you can understand or if anybody can understand me, then what is the need of copying someone or copying any accent? And I believe that our accent is much better than anyone or anything. But I'm not judging or not comparing. But if you really have that interest, like we listen a lot Priyanka Chopra, so
Hmm.
she speaks very well in that accent. So
Hmm.
if anybody wants to learn that, if anybody wants to do that, they can. That is not the big deal. But first of all, you have to accept yourself that whatever you are doing right now, that is the
Yes.
great. Yeah.
So basically, accent is not, like I said, it is not important. It is just based on if you like it or not. Like,
Yes.
I like accents. I love to speak in accents. So I like listening to accents and trying to speak in that. Though I'm not yet perfected in any accent, but I'm trying to perfect my American accent at some point. So it's all about interest.
Especially in youth, I have seen this, this
Yeah.
desire to speak. But
Yeah.
when you listen to, I listen a lot, many uh, speakers like Jim Rohn, or if you listen Mel Robbins. So
Yeah.
their accent is quite simple. Their accent is very easy to understand. So anytime when you observe the speaker who is well known or well established, they speak very naturally and very normally so that anybody can understand. That is not for showing. That is
Yeah.
for expressing yourself.
Because the speaker knows that what he is delivering is going worldwide.
Yes.
And he needs that what he's delivering should be understood by every person who is listening to him. That's why they don't speak in their natural talking, how they talk naturally, they don't speak like that on a stage. They
Yes.
simplify it. But when you go to a native person who is not in speaking field, he's just there, he has like us speaking Hindi.
Yeah.
If we go speak Hindi on a stage, we do it much more properly than we do it on a talking purpose.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, what are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm having a live session.
Yeah, but people wants to know, like, what are you doing? What are you studying right now? If somebody wants to know, like, who are you? What is your
Oh,
introduction? Okay.
okay. So, I'm Nishcha Sharma and I'm 16 years old. I'm currently in 10th standard, which is going to be over soon. Yeah.
Yeah, now you are in high school. No, you are
Hi.
studying a lot. Yeah. Okay. So anything else, if you want to suggest to the audience, if somebody has interest to speak in English?
Yeah, the only thing for me and for anyone else, what can be a best suggestion is whatever you are doing to learn English, do it, practice it, but along with that, start watching some English content, English series, movies. If you're watching Hindi movies and series, and if you're watching English movies and series in Hindi dub, stop that. Start watching it. If you cannot understand, watch it with subtitles. Listen to songs in English. Or
Right.
maybe, yeah, read their lyrics also, which are in lyrics, which are in English. And yeah, so best suggestion can be that watching movies and web series and all the YouTube videos also in English, listening to English podcasts. When you consume content in English language and when your environment becomes English coded, then only you can be so fluent in English.
Yeah, of course. And
Yeah,
as you said, yeah,
then
please
it
come.
can be yeah, then only it will be a normal language for you. Like for me, Hindi and English are the two languages that I speak. They both are normal for me. They are nothing special. So if
Yeah.
you, yeah, surround yourself with English, just like you have been surrounded with, let's say, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, whichever is your language from your birth, like just like that, by surrounding yourself with English, you can be so fluent in English.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, someone has joined me. Hi, technical Didi. Thank you so much to join me and liking my live. Thank you so much. So as you said that, like watching something directly in English is more beneficial because mostly we are very habitual with translation, like Hindi to English, English to Hindi. But if you want to be fluent, you have to break that barrier. You have to go beyond on that, as you said.
Mm.
So that is important to watch. Even in the beginning, you can't understand. In the beginning, you feel that I am doing something rubbish. What I am doing, but that is fruitful for a after certain time. You feel that you are getting some result. You know.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, technical Didi. You have joined this live, and thank you for your valuable comment. Have you ended? What are you doing right now, Matt?
Huh? Are you
Uh,
speaking to me?
no, I'm asking to technical Didi. I think she has left. Yeah, okay, no problem. It's
Mhm.
22 minutes long. We are
Yeah.
discussing. Okay, so we get some insights from this discussion that uh, with the with the changing time, we have to accept English as a
Skill.
hobby, I would say. Yeah,
Yeah. As a skill, just like you are learning any other skill like
yeah,
computer, software, anything. English is just like that. You have to take English professionally. It's not a part of your culture, but it's a skill that you can learn to enhance yourself for a better communication.
yes,
Hmm.
and as I said that it's important for your brain in your delaying age also, and it's important for your future, like your children, and
And yeah, the
we
other
have
day I
to.
was
Yeah,
the
okay,
other day I was
continue.
watching a reel where she is like a Telugu person. I was watching a reel in which she is like a Telugu person who like teaches English on her page, on her Instagram page. So she shared an incident that she was walking like in a temple, and she encountered a person who said that, oh, you are this person. Yes, I have seen you. So he was saying that, why don't you promote, like you have got so many followers and subscribers, supporters, why don't you promote our culture and our language rather than you are teaching them English, which was a foreigner's language, and he, like, they were our colonizers. Why are you teaching them their language rather than teaching us, like teaching them our culture and language? So she just said that language is a language is a skill. It's not about colonizing and British, like colonizing us and all that. It's just a
Yeah,
skill. In this era you need to learn that to enhance yourself, to speak without any hesitation in front of anyone who comes across you.
yeah,
If that person doesn't know English, it's not your problem. But if a person who knows English and doesn't know your language, usually it doesn't become a problem because English has become a global language. Because British, let's say, let's take this example, because British colonized a lot of the world. That's why
Yes.
English spread very vastly, and that's why English became a global language, and it is much easier to function with English rather than functioning with the like a state language or a regional language.
Language. Yeah. And I just want to add one more thing that what we think like English language is only related to Britishers, but the reality is totally different. Now, whatever English we are speaking, that is not the Britishers' English. That
Yes.
is very normal English. And how long you think that it's related to Britishers and they colonized us and they did this or they did that. So at least
Mm.
choose one path, stay
Yes.
on past. You if you want to live in your past, stay in your past. Or if you want to, so why you are sending your children in English medium school?
Yes.
So don't do
Because
that.
yeah, deep down they know that English, without learning English, their children cannot get a good job, their children cannot be that free. But still, they come and comment on people uh, who are teaching English or who are like really influencing people to learn English. They go there and comment rubbish things that why are you doing this? You should be promoting our language. When deep down they also know that without English, it is not impossible to function. Like it is not possible to function.
Yeah, that's true. And so I think we have to understand that and we have to change something, related to our mindset that English speaking is not related to Britishers and English speaking is not related to our, regional languages also. Like we are speaking,
Yes.
we speak so many languages, Bhojpuri, Awadhi, or right now we are living in Odisha. So sometimes your father speak in, that language also. So learning any language is a good thing. But when
Yes.
we talk about English speaking, because it has a broad, broad concept or broad way to connect with people. So in that way, if you are learning, you are getting more benefits. Suppose you are going abroad with your children, you are going abroad or somewhere to travel. So you will get, you will be free in your mind that you are not hopeless or helpless. You can connect with anybody. At least you can express, you can tell somebody that what is your, situation.
Yes.
So we have to think in that way, not just like English speaking is related to this or that. So we have to work on that and we have to change that mindset.
Hmm.
If you want to say then you can, and we will wrap up our live, today's live.
Yeah, I think we should wrap up our live. It's like 28 minutes already.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's very nice session with you. I enjoyed a lot. Because without any uh, what should I say? Without any planning, when you do something and you get so much productive things from that, it feels like, oh my God,
Yeah.
amazing. It's really amazing.
It was really amazing to talk to you. Thank you so much for talking to me and
Okay, it's my
providing.
pleasure. You joined me, and I got a lot of interesting factors
Mm.
from you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah, thank you.